Hello everyone and welcome to Games, Comics and Crafts.
In this video, I'm looking at Zatanna issue 3. Okay, issue 3 of Zatanna. Again, Campbell cover, textless, absolutely brilliant. Love this artwork. Um, we get another little interior cover like we did last time. Um, so let's start off with the positives. Once again, artwork in this is absolutely gorgeous. There's some really, really nice artwork in this. Love the style. Um, Negatives is I've got no idea what the hell this was about. um, so basically, we see a little bit of flashback to this Lady White, and she's apparently a Hollywood star that had all this stuff going on with her, and it looks like she's maybe kind of manipulating people with magic to kind of get up in the world or whatever. And they go, okay, fair enough. And then we go back to where we were last time, which was Zatanna apparently in this kind of black and white world with Bruce Wayne. And she kind of explained to Bruce, and Bruce doesn't seem to remember her, and so it's not actually Bruce, and it doesn't seem to be Batman, all this kind of stuff as well. Um, And it's like, oh, all this, we're for a party to this celebration because of that guy over there. And it's like, this guy here, it's like, oh, it's Basil Collar, it's Clayface. It's like, okay, right, okay. And the white lady's there, apparently. Then we cut to Blue Devil still in these chains. I mean, come on, Zatanna, let the guy have a little bit of, restrain him for 2 minutes maybe, and then let him go, just enough to get outside the door. Just don't hang him up all the time. So these demon chappies show up, Brother Knight and whatever, you come along, and they're kind of like, oh, I wonder if we can get this demon skin off you and all this kind of stuff. And if so, it's like, okay, that's fine. So he's not looking in a good place, although nothing seems to happen to him for the entire issue. They threaten to kill him or take his skin off him. Doesn't happen. Um, so yeah, this is a weird one because it's like she's talking to Basil, and Basil's gone about like, "Oh, this is my great, oh, I mean, now I remember who you are," says Bruce. You're the character from The Magician's Assistant, and Basil was playing in that. Obviously, Lady White there in the background by the looks of it. And Basil managed to transform himself into this character called Adam, and she gets really, really like, "Oh my God, how dare you steal Adam? He's a real person. You just stole him for this movie." It's like, well, you kind of know you're not in the real world, and in the idea that he's stolen from a movie that doesn't technically exist. It's like, what the hell? Why are you getting so angry about? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Um, and she tries to cut. She basically talks to Lady White, and oh, he's real and he has life and all this kind of stuff. And you go, right, okay. Again, fictional universe you're in at the moment, it doesn't make a damn difference. Um, Then we cut back to Blue Devil, and they try to get into his skin apparently, and it doesn't tend to work. So we're going to get Adam instead, and I don't quite know what's going on here with this one. Um, but and then we see like they're arguing about. Um, she starts to talk to uh Clayface about this all being fake, and you go, okay, right. So then shows up with this kind of thing for him. So it seems that Clayface is real in this universe because she's talking about, this is a version of you. It's like everything else is fake around you. All your family's fake and all this kind of stuff. You have to realize you're kind of trapped, almost like I'm trapped. So it's like, well, okay, you've come to that revelation. So again, the movie part and Adam is even more nonsense because it's now that character didn't even play that part in this fiction universe. He thought he played that part. So it's like a fiction upon another fiction. It's like, okay, this isn't so again. So he's talks about his family, and his family kind of goes all clayfacey, and it's like, oh my God, you took my family away from you. Now you're in trouble now. And the white lady goes, well, you better kill her. So then he goes into full clayface mode again. Artwork beautiful. Um, and she teleports away again. Not quite sure why, because it's again we're kind of in fictional realms. So she teleports away. Clayface shows up again, and basically she manages to stop him. Every time she's casting these spells, kind of this sword's kind of digging deep into her, so she's kind of losing her powers over and over again, which is what the white Lady White kind of explains to her. Do your family proud and basically kill her, and you know, I'm sorry, I need to be with him again. I need to kill you so I get him back. Um, and she basically like calls on this thing. It's um she kind of comes some this kind of thing that kind of seems to disperse him into like 1,000 different pieces. And it's kind of this spell, and it's I don't know quite what it is, but again, artwork wise, beautiful. Context wise, not a bloody clue. Um, and he's stopped, and he's kind of splattered all over the place, and it's like, okay, so she's now is spears falling out of him because he's been destroyed, and she gets kind of this message from this voice that she recognises that basically says, you're kind of you need to control yourself. You're kind of pushing your magic too far, which I presume could be a mother, but it could be wrong. And then she kind of passes out. And then Lady White comes through the screen and kind of talks to the two demons and basically says, "Oh, yeah, okay, well, you'll see what you're trying to do with Blue Devil." Um, and again, she seems to be subordinate to this brother knight kind of thing. It's like, okay, so brother knight's this the big bad boss bad guy who shows up from like 3 panels. Lady White is like the subordinate who seems to be shown up in the main part of the story. But the thing I think this is the main problem I don't get with this is why the hell was Clayface in there? There was no mention of Lady White. Not if there was like even a thing about like, oh, I worked with Clayface as Basil back in the day when I was in Hollywood. I'm doing him a favour. I'm kind of repaying a payment to him and kind of letting him have his family back and giving this kind of fictional reality and it will come. That would make some kind of sense. The idea that there's nothing like that at all just seems really, really weird. There's no reason for Clayface to be in here at all, apart from the fact that, oh, wouldn't it be really nice if Clayface was in here? That's your lot. So, yeah, puzzling issue. Again, artwork beautiful. Story itself is as its own thing. Okay, reasoning behind it, not a blooming clue. Doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Fictional realities with fictional realities, but then is real. But why? No clue whatsoever. So anyway, that's pretty much what we'll say about this one for now. We'll stick with this one. We're 3 issues in. I'll definitely say 5 or 6. We'll definitely go for the issues because if nothing else, the covers are really, really nice and the artwork's inside is really good. So we'll stick with this one and see if it actually kind of makes any sense later on. But this one, I read this one twice and it still made no sense after the second read, apart from the fact, with its own kind of, issue. Yeah, fair enough. But in the bulk of the story, as a kind of part of the story, not a clue why this was in here. So there you go. Anyway, thanks for listening, and hopefully I will see you on another video very, very soon. Bye bye.